Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Just trying to load up my music, but now, oh, I'm in virtual desktop. Let's see. So today we're going to work on this interior. I keep going on this. Let's see. Let me get the real desktop here. Okay. So we're going to finish up a bunch of things. We're going to tweak the steering wheel. I have some thoughts about this. That I want to do. And let's see what else. You know what? I want to fix this here. Let's. Oop. Wrong. Keep pressing the wrong buttons. Gotta arrange this stuff a little bit better. Let's see. Let's do this. Okay, so I want to fix this. Let's get rid of the shadow. Let's do this in the work scene. And I know this is incorrect. I can untag it. That is correct. That is correct. Okay. Now when I do this, we will have the floor, even if I remove the tires. Okay. And then if I remove the body. Okay. Sorry for that. We're just getting prepped here. So this is where we're at. Off screen, I kind of did tweak just a little bit. Tweak that. That's it. Off camera. I mean, we're gonna go to this. Just to take a look how this is shaping up in this render. Okay, so sorry, my mouse, I'm just flailing with this. Oh, and this field of view is nuts. Okay. So right now, let's go back to this. Actually, let's, oh, again, that doesn't save. So now that we have these cool components that I'm going to reuse everywhere, we're going to use them everywhere. Like I just said, this element here, we're going to probably cover up and we'll put some stuff in there. We'll put a panel in there just to make it. I do like the detail, but I think we can make that more interesting. But so here, let's just tweak some things, make sure. Let's move it up and then actually, you know what? Let's keep it there. Let's actually maybe move it back. What we want to do is, I think what we want to do is, we're going to, this dash doesn't make any sense anymore. So we're going to take a look at and see if this works without the dash, without this piece, or at least minimizing it. Put it there. Yeah, that way we know that it's then we get more of this hinge. We understand that this can come up. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take this and then we'll mirror it up to here, because, for example, if this thing flips up, we'll figure out how that's best. If this flips up, I'm going to fake the hinge. That's where that's going to flip up. If that flips up, what I was expecting, what I might expect, this isn't going to work. This is making some interesting geometry there, but I'm not worried about that. I think that's okay. Fits what I'm thinking. I want to mate this to here to some degree. Again, it's a lot of actually, you know what? I can just wedge it out. Oh, I want to be inside here. Not. There you go. Boom. Boom. Okay. Okay, now that makes some sense. We can do that. We can kind of work. Well, oh, I like the way that shape works out right there. And then this angle returns here, which has some sort of what appears to be interesting flow. You know, you want to make sure it has you have some sort of rhyme or reason, or at least appears so. And then this, we definitely want, I do like this angle the way it's coming, so, but we want this to come down. And I don't think we can do that easily. Too much. I want it there. Okay. And then for the sake of just not making that such a severe point, we're going to chamfer that. You know what? So what I'm trying to do here is create, let's see, let's look at the passenger side here. Yeah, I don't want to look too deep down into here, so I made that. And probably what I'll do is no, I'm good with that. I was gonna match that. But this should be a different, I want to make this side a little bit different. Okay. So I'm good how that is hanging down, but what I want to do, I want you just, I'm just going to create some extra volume here so I can do this. So all this looks messy, but we're gonna work on it. I mean, these lines can go away. But I'm actually going to cover that up in some paneling. There you go. So it's not as distracting. All right. I'll just say hello to the chat room that is quiet and empty. It's always nice to have something at least there if people jump in. Okay. So this thing. Let's chamfer this. Let's move this out. Let's see. Oops, I accidentally extruded this, didn't I? Okay. Why is that doing that? The pan is, it's because I'm selected on something that's not. Oh. Yeah, problem is when you, so when this body is, if you're, you can pan, but if I'm inside here and there's something obstructing the pan, it doesn't pan very well. So it sort of needs to have direct eye contact without any objects in front of it, in front of your cursor. What's next? Thought I put bolts in here. Hmm. Put single tab, dash bolt. Okay, now that's making more sense. So let's see. Would this be better? So this should, you might think that that should be the same size as that. It should mate. Okay, so that worked. Let's see if this works okay with marrying this to that. Not that's going to look good right now, but I want to see if it makes interesting sense. Yeah, makes a lot of sense actually. Okay, we'll keep it. We'll keep it. I mean, it looks like it has a flow here. We can't see where it intersects, but we can make that. We can actually make that a thing. There. Okay. So let's look at is there anything else I need to look at? Let's look at some more of these details. So here we go. This paneling is kind of what I want to make sure that I have on the inside, on the ground, on the rest of this. So right now we have that looking like that. Now I wonder if this is going to make for some bad geometry, but yeah. Sort of thinking that I don't want to do that. Can we do that? Is it better if it's this way? Yeah, I think it's better if it's that way. Also, it makes sort of much interesting convergence into this element. Let's make that a solid. Let's just bring up better that or better this way? I think it's better that way. We are not going to see that anyway, but and we may, oops. Yeah, that's better that way. It's weird, my escape key isn't working the way it normally should. Wonder why not. It's weird. What's going on? Something funky. Like I can't even. There you go. Oh, that was weird. Oh, was I in this tool? Was that what it was? No, it's not a tool. Oh, it is. It's. Ooh, that's a bug. That shouldn't do that. I mean, let's say, okay, let's see what it does. Let's see what, just to, if this, so it's basically, if I escape, I can't escape out of this. Basically, it's just looking for that. Okay. But it doesn't tell me that it's in this tool until I hover over a polyline. I can flip the edge. So let's see. These line edges. Okay, so I want to work down here, but I want to, let's keep working up. I keep migrating down there, I should say. But I should finish off this, kind of get a sense of completing, because this is a bunch of junk that needs to end, and we got the window here. And this, although part of the dash is on the outside, and then this stuff is going to be on the inside. So what I need to do, also probably what I need to do is let's look at this from a functionality. Look, let's see. this and this. Can move forward. Meaning that this can as well. Let's see how far we can want to go with this. Let's do that. See. What I am going to do, let's just, because this is, it's not part of necessarily part of the built-in part of to the interior and to the dash, but it is the interior. So what I think I need to do is, let's do this. We're going to build this. We're going to build a frame for this window. And it goes down to like, so this window, so let's just make this come on. Actually, cancel. Let's see. Let's do this first. Oh, this is already your two things. Okay. No? Yes? No? No, it isn't. Why does it show up as... Oh. I see. It's the half. Duh. Okay. And so what we're looking at, I think, is going to be, just for this thing, we're going to look at this. What's this? Why is this bar going up there? Oh, that's right. It's the, we're going to look at that design as a design inspiration. And in essence, what we're doing is filling in this space. Let's see. Oh, I didn't realize that was doing that. Oh yeah, that's right. These aren't unique. Let's just weird. Oh, is it behind the glass? I don't know why it's not inferencing to this. It's going wacky. Okay, we'll just do it like that. Is that windshield breaking that plane? I think it is. Okay, so now that well, let's look at that again actually. Now that we have that, how do we want to integrate this post that kind of resembles this look here? Yeah, this part's going to be the body. It's going to be part of this. For sure, we're going to do that. Cool. Okay, that's kind of clean. And then we want, how's that look? What's the, okay. Let's just, fortunately or unfortunately, this gives us very Cybertruck vibes. Right there. I mean, oh, let's see. Here we go. Let's do this. See this interior pass. We're going to change the field of view to be reasonable. Yep. 40, 42 or whatever. Okay. Oh wait. Yeah. Let's keep going how we're doing this. Okay, so we do the body, or we just go to scene load. Yeah, we'll see how that mates with this other thing because we still have to make this frame. So this is not the best way to do this, although you know it's actually pretty appropriate, to be frank. To be honest, yeah, because this is intended to be a flat piece of glass. It's not intended to be curved or anything like that, because it's very same as this. Although I have this little bend here and made this fancy, but so maybe I'll put a bar there and hang this down. I don't know. So very functional. It's supposed to be. You can pull this glass out and replace it very easily because it doesn't need anything special per se. So that's why this very geometric wrangling of trying to create this frame and, you know, put it into place. And then I'm going to make a trough here just because that's how normally this stuff works. This little bolt pattern, all this stuff is part of that trough, but I gotta make a simple one. I can make it pretty easily make a simple one. All I need to do, oh, you know what? Yep, I did this wrong. Just realized that. So before I do that, let's continue with this glass because that's going to dictate what that trough is going to look like. So I screwed up on this. So I was able to marry the glass here, but I need this part wasn't following the angle of the glass, which is right here. So what I'm going to do, just make sure we follow the glass here, which looks like it's doing. And then we take this one and make sure we're getting that purple confirmation. And there. Did that fill in? Is that right? There. Filled in. And it looks like an awkward shape, but I don't know if it is an awkward shape. Is it awkward or not? It's parallel. These lines are parallel. I can take these shadows off. Yeah. Okay, so let's see. What do I have here? Something looks wrong. Is this incorrect as well? Here, we can make this easy. Easier. Now I can tell better if it's probably better this way, right? Oof, bright red. No, that's probably not. Let's not do that. Okay. Is that right? So if I create it's not solid, is it? Oh, it is. Let's do this. Let's find it. This. I want to be on this Come on. Purple up. It's having a hard time. It's so close, I think. There you go. So close to being level. Being on the blue. Or green. There you go. Perfect. I think that, yeah, perfect. Then that works. And actually, okay, now I need to do this side of it. I need something, I don't need something big because I don't want it to be. And this actually, let's make that part of the body. Here's the body. This is gonna, that's gonna disappear. This is the top. I'm gonna make it part of the body. Oh, that's the door. Top, top. Should I make it the top? Yeah. Okay, now that's part of this geometry. So we want this to let's see, maybe that doesn't need to be, let's see. Maybe this has to, it does probably have to be centered. Let's do it. Come on. For the life of me. Oh, is it because it's on some weird angle? Yeah. Oh boy. This is pure guessing, and because it won't line up from, which is fine. And then I can do this. Okay, so let's continue. Let's continue with this. So because we want this, we're considering this the top. I think we're going to want more. Oh, let's get rid of that. Right? And really what we're going to do is take this line, and we're going to follow it up to here. And actually, let's not worry about, let's take away this stuff. Let's go all the way down. Take away this. Even that. Yeah. And what we're going to do is make this, oops. Best way to do that. Let me just, I'm gonna, no, that's too much. I can see, and I'm gonna make this parallel to that. That doesn't work because why? Did I do that? I did the wrong one. Okay. I'm going to meet that to there. Oops. And that's probably because, now it didn't fill in, probably because it's such an awkward angle, and maybe there's some minute error. Connected the wrong one. So we're going to fake it here. Because you can't even tell, but okay, cool. Now we've got that. And yeah, and this is not necessarily the inside dash, but it's still making sure, making this work. Let's see. I got some weird shaping going on here. It's because this window is leaned. I wonder if I could, I can't do this, but let's see how this looks actually, just to outside the, it provides a weird angle that is married to this. So, but what I kind of wanted to do is to go the other way. So I'm going to do that. Even though the window, yeah, there's enough room in the window. And I can take, actually what I can do is I can take all this stuff off. So let's go back to this. And we're going to make sure that geometry's gone. And we're going to trace, oh, that's, I love how that looks. Oh, I might keep that. Strange how sometimes you get inspired by random stuff. So I'm going to go down to there. And now, if you look at that line in this, in the full vehicle sense, now it looks more interesting. Makes more sense. It may be too low. I may go up a little hair higher. So let's do that. Oop. Let's go right there. And then what I'm going to do is, we're going to check this work. Check to see if this is how we want to go. There you go. And we'll go back to this. Yeah, perfect. Perfect. And we'll keep this little thing here. It makes no sense, but I like the detail. And we'll move it up. Just because. So then let's go back to here. And then we'll do the rest. We'll cap it off. We'll finish this piece. It's a very thin piece that will connect in the center. It doesn't connect perfectly. And that might be okay for right now. I do need to just put whatever. I want to cover this off. What is this? Oh, this is the cowling of, that's the interior of that. Okay, this is, I'm going to have to put a piece in there. Because I'm going to solidify this, blender, and then I'm going to, and then has that back panel. Maybe I can make this part of the window actually. No, don't want to do that. Maybe, well. Especially since I have that gap there. But let's do something anyway. Let's try this. Actually, doesn't need to be that all the way. And we're going to square it. Okay. It's another twist. Blue, green. Where's the center? There you go. Okay. Oh, did that break? I think that, oh, I broke stuff. I just want to do that. Okay. And this we can extend down further just to get it into that well. Okay. To the trough. The trough works. Windshield shaping. Frame works. The exterior frame. Now we got to do the interior frame. And again, I'll do it through here. Oh, that's the top. Why is it? Oh, and this, how much of this door is the door? Okay, yeah, we're going to want to, I made that part of the door, and that should not be the door, see? We're going to separate that, but right now we're going to take a break. Take a quick break. And here we go. Let's see. Let's do. We'll take a quick break, and I'll see ya back here. Let's do that. Okay, now we're back. We are back. So, now we're gonna, what we need to do is, we're gonna, I put geometry in here. That is not, should not be a part of. So let's see, let's separate all this that we need to. This. We should be able to do this very simply. There. And we're going to move this to the top. And then we can go to the top. And we could start building this out. Okay, so this needs to have that. Oh, this is, that's right, that this is not, we should really integrate this. Wait, that is part of the top. Oh, it's the class that's doing that. Okay. Am I correct? Why does this have this weird scenario? Oh, is that because okay, let's clean this up. There's a lot of stuff going on here, and it's not clean. So I'm going to attempt to clean just a little bit up. It won't be perfect. There you go. Oh, well, no, that's back to where it's where it thinks it wants to be, but I don't want it to be that. There's something here that's off. Ah, there it is. Found the corporate. Boom. Well, nope, I just cleaned it up. It didn't fill in this. Just the intent. Is that because of this? What's going on here? Okay. Even weirder. did that. Yeah, some reason, and it's probably because of some, oh, that did it. Nope, that didn't do it. It's still doing this thing where it's a plane, not a plane, or not joined. It's going to delete that face. Let's delete this face. What the heck is this? Okay. I'm going to delete this. And there's a lot going on here that I don't need. So I'm going to start eliminating it. Let's keep it. Okay, it's really something at this corner. It's what it is. Corner's not. Okay, let's hide this. Top group. What is this? Oh, what? I found the culprit. Yep, I think. Okay, let's see. I'm wondering if you're following along, do you know what's the problem with? So my problem right now is I can't fuse this with this. And then I spot, well, right now, and I spot an additional problem. Is that this is third, it's not centered. Okay, that should work. So I'm having a problem fusing this geo with this geo, this portion with this portion. And why is that? And if you've been watching, you would you might picked up why that is. And that's because, and this is again, this section is mirrored over to here, right? So anything I do over here will happen over there. Now, oddly and weirdly and whatnot, if you can see right there, you will notice the problem, why those two aren't fusing. And if you can't see, because it's might be the resolution and the color, the way the colors work and the selection color, is that this portion that I want to be editing on the driver's side and the bar I want to do here to fuse with the driver's side, this bar is being repeated from the passenger side. So what's happening is I'm going to copy this. Actually, let's group it. Copy it. Delete it. Paste it. Flip it. I'm going to clean up some stuff. This was the lines that I was trying to fix the problem with. Fuse those pieces together, but that wasn't working because of what I'm trying to. So now I'm going to put this. Oh wait, put this right. There. Okay. Now I'm going to explode it. Now, boom. I was able to fuse this roof line with this bar. Now, technically, I should be able to clear that and fill that in. Perfect. There you go. And then yesterday somebody talked about finding errors and the challenge of doing that. That's a perfect example of finding an error. SketchUp is really loose with its errors, which is good for simple modeling and visual modeling. But that can cause problems with in other areas of what you may be trying to do, like texture mapping and stuff like that. So now that I've got this straight, what I want to do is I got to create this interior framing. Oh, we lost something here. What did we lose? Oh, because I deleted. Oh, I deleted some stuff here. Let's see if I can find my way back. Oh, nope, maybe not. Let's go back. We will, I think I eliminated some geo here that needs to be. Actually, no, I don't want that. What I wanted was this to be fused. And why won't it? Because of that. There's a lot of stuff going on here. So let's clean this up. Let's see if this will. Nope, still doing that. Oh, it's not, that's why. Okay. Now what we can do here is, what I want to do is make a little lip. Continue it up here. This may be a little too thick. Let's see. No, that's good. That feels appropriate. This is where the glass is. So we'll continue on that. Wait, what happened? Oh, that's why. Let's. Okay. Then we'll go down here. This is strange. What's going on here? There's double up lines happening. More strangeness is happening. Oh, that's why. Make sure you're in the group. Still might not work. There you go. There you go. Worked. Through the doors. Almost wasn't in the group. Wait, what's going on? Oh. Ooh. Okay. Now this whole top is one piece. Okay, we have all that. Now I was going to solidify in a Blender, but I'm ending up kind of creating a pretty complex piece of geometry that's probably not going to solidify very well. And by complex, I mean all over the place. It's not really. But at least, okay, so now I have the window. Now let's look how this will work in, oh man, too quick on the mouse. Okay, here we go. This will work for the, now let's go back to the windshield and it's transparent. Oops. Don't know why I changed all that, but okay. Let's, now we can, it's not giving me this. There we go. And let's just, actually we can just, how about if we just continue this over? Can we do that? Okay, cool. Now I can just fill in this. But I don't want to do it on this side. I want to do it on this side. Mouse navigation is wonky right now. Oop, and that's probably not accurate. Let's see. I think that's the perspective. Oh, body's hidden. That's right. Jeez. Let's get rid of the door. For now, because I'm going to need it actually, but what the heck is going on here? Windshield. Let's save this. Why is this not doing what I expect? Okay. Now that's right. This is actually, well, let me move it. Figure out where that door is. Yeah, we're going to move it to the door, somewhere close, because it's not going to marry. And then we can, there's going to be a weird mist thing here. And we're just going to close this off as best as we can, see what happens. Okay, very weird. Okay, we got that ledge. at some point we should be back to this, right? Nope. That was unreasonable logic. Okay, let's see. This is going to be a roof line problem. Actually, you know what? I don't need to solve this. I need to solve this. I need to understand what that is. And this, actually, here we go. And that's some weird, funky problem. That. Sometimes I do that to kind of figure out where the boundaries are. Of why something's not filling in, and I think I found the corporate. I was tracing the wrong line or something. So I might be able to take this away. And then what I want to do is so close. I don't know why that's a conundrum. But all I need to do is solve this. Right? Ooh, that did not. Oh, did I? Because I deleted something, didn't Okay. Errors. More errors. Keep talking about errors. Very important. So that's probably exactly what's happening here. I don't think I'll be able to solve that easily. So if I can't take this away because it's going to open that up. Yep. Question is, how do I? Well, this is no longer valid. This face. It's no longer needed. These elements. Oops. Get turn it in that as well. It's this. I can't solidify that. It's going to be another twisted piece of geometry. Or it's targeted, it's unaligned. Let's go back to, so this style is not necessarily conducive to modeling. And we can expect the work here. So this is wrong. Not needed. Not needed. That's because that's not on a square. Let's see if I just did this. Nope, that doesn't seal it up. Something might be going weird. That's okay. That did. Okay, this is the pain chasing down these problems. So that's the problem. And I solve it by doing that. Okay. Oh, Gusper, hi from England. Yes. Hello, hello. Thanks for jumping in. Good to see you again. I'm working on the dashboard of this thing, the interior. And I'm trying to close up all the geometry I had to make this windshield and the interior a little bit more realistic and solid and not a mess. It's getting there. It's getting there. And so I'm going to build up some of this stuff that I have. You asked that before, I think. Guess? Yes, I considered it. In fact, I almost bought one a while back when I first started using this tablet. And in fact, I'm still considering it because using the wheel mouse to zoom in and zoom out has been aggravating my finger, my pointer finger. Because this is a constant. So I would consider using space. So I would probably consider using the bigger one because it has all the buttons, and I don't want to keep moving my hand back and forth between. So yes, I would consider it. I would love. How much are they? I'm gonna check. Guess. The small one was cool, but the compact one, they're so expensive. Yeah, $400. I don't know if I can justify that, swing that. I mean, it's, maybe I could. Because this would be I guess it would be this in Blender, and frankly, I'm in the amount of times I'm in SketchUp and Blender, the hours, that would make sense. But it would take a long time to get used to. I'm going to go to the website. So just for people who don't know or don't, this is what Gus is talking about. And I'm sure I'd get used to it. I don't think there would be any problem with that per se. It would take a bit, and I'm sure I'd get used to it. But okay, so there's an enterprise. Oh wait, no, there's a. These look new. Okay, so this. Oh, there's a wireless one, and that's $30 more. Frankly, I might have so many wires. So yeah, it's cheaper. This one's cheaper. I think this might be too many buttons for me. I don't need that many. Although, let me see how many. I use so many buttons. I mean, in reality, I should try. I actually have a gaming pad that actually is similar. It doesn't have it has a joystick. but it's a keypad joystick, and you use your mouse and you use that as well. That's the oops. So this is what I use. For game stuff. But so it has the joystick, has a bunch, and frankly that could probably work, or it could sort of work, but it doesn't work like this, because I know this has, you can twist the dial, right? You can push and pull left and right, sort of has a free range motion, but you can also twist it, the yaw, and you can go up and down. So, right? You can go up and down, right? Let's see. Let's look at the one. Let's look at this one. Doesn't show a diagram of all the. Oh, it doesn't. Oh, they have a full setup. This is cool, actually. Of course, yeah, I wouldn't use 10 key in my left hand here, but it's getting hot in here. Yes, they should have a they must have a diagram, because you can do left and right, push, pull, up and down. Yeah, this is enough buttons. Yeah, so this would be better than my Cyborg. Hey, if 3D Connection wants to send me one, I will use it. I will review it. Yes, up, down, left, right, forward, and back. Does it twist? Does it yaw? No. Doesn't twist. No, it should. Right? If it twists, then you can rotate. You would do this. Then up and down would do this. Left, right, and then forward and back. Yeah, correct. Yep, it does twist. You're confirming that. Oh, actually, now that I'm thinking about this, now that you bring this, if anybody has any connections with 3D Connection, please send me one of these. I will use the heck out of it. I will review it. I'll make tons of it. No, I don't know, tons of videos. I'll make plenty of videos about it. Because I'm into that stuff too. I have lots of buttons and controls. I have 3 Stream Decks. I have a Azeron Cyborg 2. I have an Logi Ergo keyboard. I have a button mouse that has a bunch of buttons on it. A mouse that has a bunch of buttons on it. So I can do that with on my mouse. Click. I can focus on an object with just a different button. I can focus on the whole scene with another button. I can do perspective with a separate button. So ISO, perspective. Yeah, I'm a button guy. I'm looking at that thing. Keep looking at it. So I'm trying to think. What do I use? I don't use spacebar for anything, right? This is, yes. Yeah. And then I would never use the scroll wheel. That would be the goal. I'll use the middle mouse button, but not the scroll wheel. Because I wouldn't need to. And I wouldn't even do the middle mouse button because yeah, you have the puck. I just can't do it like with my hotkeys. So all my hotkeys here. All my hotkeys that do that. You know, and probably and they probably do best. There's probably a lot more. I'm trying to figure out how my hand would function with that. Oh no, I would get used to that pretty quickly. Although I've been using SketchUp with these same hotkeys for 20 years, so go figure. Although, and then I switched to the Cyborg 2 for doing games. After more than that, so I can do it. I can get used to it. It's just it's so expensive right now. But oh man, okay. You're like an evangelist. When you must get a kickback. Gus. I'm calling you Gus. I don't know if your name is Gus, but if you know anybody 3D Connection, you can have them send me one, and then I will review it. And I will use the heck out of it. Because I do think it would be incredibly useful. Do I want to cut into this? Seems harsh. Do I want to champ? Yeah, let's do that. Let's keep it. Okay. Yeah, I definitely need the keys. Yep. Can't do it. There's no way. There's no way. When I use my pen, which that connection would help with the pen the most. When I'm using my pen. The problem with the pen is that in 3D it's slow with that. That's the select. See how slow that is? I don't know if you can see my mouse, but it's so slow. And I don't know why. I should check on that. And then this is the mouse. So, and I want to use the pen more on 3D, but partly because of RSI and stuff like that, my finger. So let's continue with this window. So, or let's actually figure out where are we at with this window. You know, I like this detail. But what I think we can do, let's get rid of the shadows. Should I? So it's either got to be, no, I think it's got to be down there, a little higher. And then what I think I could do is, let's do this. Oh, it's going to do that, isn't it? can I? Nope. Can I do this? Super hacky way. You just like the damn thing. I agree. Well, no. I understand. I'm not going to reject your experience on that. I get it. Totally get it. Oops, for some reason that's not a filled in. Oh, you know why? That's why. That is perpendicular. And never the twain shall meet. Yep. Now I could say, screw that, doesn't matter. Which is what I'm going to do. Oh, and in doing that, did that? Oh no, that was right on the plane. Right? I think so. Yeah. Anyway, the offer still stands. And they probably don't need to. I'm sure they don't need anybody to talk about their product, like, and review it. They've got plenty of people who love it, such as yourself. I'm going on a fool's errand here. There's a lot of messiness here. Lots of intersecting stuff that's going on here. That, I mean, you won't see most of this stuff. I don't know if it's valuable to add this piece. Structurally, I think it's good, but what's my PC specs? I have a Rocket Lake. No, an i9. What's the old version? It's the let me think. Let's see. It's an i9 and a 3090. So that I bought 3 years ago. So. So yeah, the Rocket Lake i9, yeah. And 64 gigs of RAM. Plenty of RAM. But, I mean, frankly, most things don't use that much RAM. I think my only After Effects will use that much RAM. So yeah. And nothing else. Premiere doesn't. Everything caps out usually around 32. So let's keep going. Let's keep going. We got this window. It's 4:23. We're gonna end around 5:30 or 5, a little after 5 again. Oh, let's modify this. Let's put this so this whole thing feels like one piece. I'm going to modify steering wheel and kind of maybe work on this a little bit. Let's get some paneling down. I know that's a lot to do in maybe 40 minutes. I don't know. I think you could do it. I could probably jam through this. I can do that. So how do I want to do this? Let's look at this interior passenger side. And so this and that. Just trying to seal this up so it doesn't. Wow, that's complex interior. Okay. So let's do that. That's the door. Oop. See all that mouse scrolling, trying to find my way in this geometry. Okay. Let's marry this. Is that straight up and down? And then seal that off. There. Now I have that sealed off. This is not. There's a whole bunch of stuff not. And that'll be a different piece. Okay. We won't deal with that. I'd love to upgrade my PC, but that ain't gonna happen with these prices. That ain't gonna happen. We're gonna get rid of all this. Oop, wrong button. Because it's not needed. Yeah, prices out there are crazy. Make it solid. It depends on what you mean by that, but yes, I'm close to that. I would say I'm perfectly to that. Things like this, which, you know, you're the engineer. I'm not. I believe you're the engineer. I think maybe you're an engineer, but I do not make solid. There's some things I'll solidify in Blender, but also actually this should be solid right here. This should be solid, so I'm gonna have to figure this out because this door opens up and you'll see the inside of this, of the door. So yeah, I mean, I try to I think my mantra is just to make it look believable. Only because it's my application. I don't need to make it look like, you know, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's just I want it to be believable. I locked that off because, but there's a piece of geo in there, huh? So yeah, that's how I function with this. So again, like when you say solid, like this piece I built, it's sort of hard enough to build not solid, although solid works probably pretty easy. But then when I go into Blender, I'm going to, when this model gets imported in Blender, I'm going to solidify it so it is, I actually will have a solid piece to it, because you'll see this. I mean, you can tell. But I do like to make things believable, like all this stuff right here is mostly, hopefully, believable. This edge is flipped. Or no, it's not. It's just different color. So yes, exactly. So all this being solid, this firewall will become solid because I'm going to solidify that. But yeah, I don't have to make. I do tend to make things solid because it's just the way I am. But God, this might be aggravating for people because I'm just flipping around this geometry like crazy. But I try to make sure it's just believable. So we're going back to this. Let's see. And again, like, okay, so you can see right here. And this whole, all this dash and all this frame that I was doing, the window frame, I believe just before he came, was an attempt to make everything solid. Was an attempt to make it like, okay, believable. Because what I wanted to look, what I'm inspired by in terms of this window, let me go back to something that probably renders a little bit better here. When I'm looking at this window, oh, you can see the flip faces. Let's fix that. What I'm trying to do is make it look like let's see, hold on. I'm going to get back something. Make it look like that. So I want that window to have that kind of feel. So I'm going to add bolts into here. Here. Actually, I'll add some, but the best place to put it is an inside. That would make more sense in terms of function. Like bolts will have corrosion, and outside and inside will be more protective. So yeah, that's, you know, like maybe like an engineer, I think about that stuff too. So I want to make things as solid as possible too, because it looks believable. Like right there, like this piece, what is this? Is the firewall. And it's coming up into the channel here. And I thought I made, So this thing I'm building here now is going to help make this believable. Let's see. And get as close to this edge as possible. I'm going to raise it up a little bit. And then I'm going to... Oh, and then this is going to be solid too. This is the hood. Or this is the flashing before the hood. I'm going to make that solid. And then the hood's going to be solid. Oh, the hood's already solid. I already made it solid. Okay. So let's get back to this. That's about where I want. I'm going to have two of these. Oop. Man. I kind of want one right here. And this other one's going to come right over here. Let's put it back. And then also for some of this stuff, it's all just for visuals and not realistic at all. But so this will turn solid. That'll fill in. But again, for the purpose of all this, you'll never see inside there, right? Let's go back to the work. So you'll never see that piece I was working on is right here. And you'll never see down there. So that doesn't actually have to have a face in it, but so, you know, doesn't have to have that face below what's inside there at the bottom. And then when you look at it together, hopefully it looks like it's actually something. That might be a little too high. Okay. Then we're going to turn these shadows on. It's relatively the same. Okay. That looks like a jumbled up mess. This will be something else. This is that firewall. Oh, it's the outside wall that turns into firewall, which is not the best idea. I'm gonna have to fix that. What I'm gonna do is take this, Oh, yep. I left that. I've been thinking I need to just go in and out with that. In, out, show the thing, go out. And remember, I always forget to do that. I've been doing that. So let's take this element, and we're going to merge it with the rest of this body work, which is somewhere in this list. I think it's no, it's not that one. Let's see. Okay, it's right there. Boom. So now that I'm inside this, I can select this, right? Oh, nope, I did the wrong one. Okay, see, I did this before. This is on the opposite side. It's this one. There. There you go. Wait, no, right? Hopefully. No, still didn't do it. Still. Okay. Just delete it. Paste it. Oh, it's going to be rotated. Flipped. And hopefully that's the... Oh, wrong way. There. Okay. So now I'm going to take this, what else? Boy, this stuff is a mess. See, when I block all this stuff out, it looks fine. But a lot of this becomes a mess. And what I do want to do is I do want to make this part of the bodywork too, a part of the main bodywork too. So I'm gonna. This is a day of. Has become a day of fixing these problems. These blocking problems that you get when you just randomly throw stuff together to create the thing. Okay, there's that. It's that one, right? There. Is that correct? I think so. Now what I can do is I can explode this. It's going to create some messy geometry, but well, I can make it easier on myself. Let's do that. Explode. Here we are, everything in the same family. Now let's make it make sense. Delete this piece. Here's making it solid for you. It's definitely that. Okay, these things are not joined properly. Oof. That's there you go. Okay, no, I mean, and not quite solid. But it looks solid. I don't know if I really want that there, but all right, Gus, thanks for joining in. Thanks for the chat. Appreciate it. My attention to detail has done me okay so far, but you know, sometimes you get too carried away. Don't want to get too carried away, but appreciate it. Have a good one. Cheers, as the Brits say. Okay, that's looking pretty much like it's a thing. I want to. That's looking like it's, you know. Let's see where I'm at with this. Yeah, I'm going to do the same. I'm going to make that asymmetrical. So how am I going to do that? I'm going to make this do the simpler route. Delete these. Delete that. Also, this detail is probably takes way too long, but I think it pays off. I think it's going to pay off for the book. Because in a way, the book is about that attention. Sort of has that built into sort of what it takes to make something. So boy, everybody's playing Crimson Desert now. Not everybody, but some people I know. Let's see. keep getting those notices. Okay, so we've got that, this, I need to fix all that. Oh, it's 4:48. Well, let's start working on, I heard that one of the things manufacturers do, car manufacturers, is that if they wanted to change something, first thing they change is the steering wheel, because that's the thing you're more looking at the most. So that's what we're going to, we're going to end on. Make sure all this stuff is centered up. So that's the center of the chair. It's the center thing. Okay. So we're going to look at the steering wheel because it's been bugging me. Man, should be easy to fix. Should be easy enough. I have some ideas, thoughts about it. So, obviously this needs to be smoothed off a little bit. But the steering wheel is uniform. It's too uniform. Needs to be thicker and beefier or something. But let's take a look at our mood board here and look at the other steering wheels. Okay, so this is a thumb rest here, right? Let's put this in here. That's interesting. The problem with these types of steering wheels is that it doesn't do great. Like these are usually fly-by-wire steering wheels, and so it doesn't do. They're not. You don't flip them 190. Or at least they're more challenging to do so. F1 guys, they will flip almost 190, if not all 190. So this stuff is in the way. That's not good. That's kind of cool. It takes place of the center post, the center stocks. But I guess it's not totally in the way. So I do like the thumb rest. So what we're going to do here is if you can see that, I don't know if you saw that, but there's that, and then there's that. So thumb rests here. We're going to, first of all, we're going to just work on the shape of the steering wheel. So I'm going to do this. It's probably something I should do, not in this model, but the body. Actually, let's do this work scene here. So I'm going to start there. Okay. Yeah, it's gonna do an uneven. Which isn't a, which I'm not. I don't mind actually. This is the whole thing. Alright, I'm gonna make this a component. And let's see if this works. Nope. Not the way I expected. That's not where. Oop. Mm-hmm. Oh, you can see that bowed up just a little bit there, which is cool. I think that's fine. It's gonna do that for. I might want to do this more. Just do a little bit more. Oh, this is gonna get tricky. This is getting tricky. Oh, it's. I don't want that. I want that. Okay. It just needs a little bit. I want to get that center one. Okay, it's better. Then I want to do this. do the same thing with the top. Yeah. And I want to push. I'm not sure, should I do this here or should I do it somewhere else? But this might be something I want to do in Blender, but I'm just going to try it here. This is only going to go that way because Okay, there you go. It's sort of how you want it, not really, but this is messed up. I'm going to go through that same problem now. Okay, we're going to leave it there. It's not really that significant of a thing, but we'll keep it for now. I can always rebuild that if I need to. I want to get to any last finishing touches. Yeah, this is, I didn't do as much as I didn't even do, yeah, I didn't do this. So again, but let's fix this stuff. Let's see. What I want to do is let's see, last minutes. I'm going to put stuff, I'm going to I guess I can make a panel here, couldn't I? Just arbitrarily. And with this too, I can do that. Let's go with components. It's making the same size. Then I'm going to put these back in. One. Oh wait, does that, no, it's not rotated right. Okay, not perfect, but that's fine. Then what I want to do is make a plate for this. Actually, okay, again, very messy stuff, very messy stuff. Even that was messy. I'm going to cut this chamfer this edge. Okay, this piece we'll barely see has seen the most chamfering out of any piece I've had so far. And in this view, you don't even see it. Okay, we're almost there. We're almost at where we want to end the stream. What we're going to do is flip that. Actually, let's go to this thing again and let's just get inside just a little bit. There you go. Let's update that. I'm in the quiet, focused mode of modeling right now. Apologize. I'm going to Oops, too much. Narrow these down a little bit. Let's put some bolts on this. Maybe too much. Okay. Even these out just to here. That was the eyeball. Let's see. And then what I want to do, so here, this shape, this thing is totally married into the ground. And I would, or into the floor panel. And what I want to do is there's too much going on here. What I want to do is just make sure, oh, this is probably, yep, out of bounds. Make sure that this is, this is me just cutting into the geo with this line. Trying to cut into it, it's not exactly cutting, maybe because, okay, no, that worked. But whatever reason, this did not. Okay. Let's see what happens here. Okay. I can do that. Okay, that way now you can see it. And then what I'm going to do let's get back to this. Okay. Then I put these bolts. And like this. Bloop, 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 bloop. Bolt City, Bolt City. Let's see what. That's repeated. Okay. Let's put these bolts. Let's do that. There. Now they're on both sides. And then what we're going to do is not on the. Something's going on here. Let's see what has happened. it level? Okay. Okay, so adding these bolts in. This is it's been very quiet. I've been very quiet. Okay, cool. There you go. There's stuff happening here. It's good. It's good. It's good. I want to get more done. I'm going to put a panel here, but I don't want to be... I'm going to put a separate panel here. This chamfer. Okay, let's go out of this. Chamfer this. getting near the end here. We're getting near the end. It's quiet end. I'm meditating on these bolts. Meditating on these bolts. And this bolt is not quite where I want it. And let's put this one over here. Let's divide it by 10. Too many. Oops. Let's do that again. Divide by 6. There we go. And then I'm going to actually just going to eliminate a few, but what I'm going to do is carry this over here. And I'm just going to eliminate a few like that. And frankly, this is probably could be 2 panels, but I'm just going to draw that for now like that. There you go. Okay, I think it's time to call it. It's been 3 hours and 30 minutes. So it's hard to tell what we've done. Wish I could have gone up to this upper portion. We'll get to that. We've done the steering wheel, which is the thing we're going to focus on. I could do the center. I want to do the center column right now, but maybe I'll do that later. I'm going to do that later. Here. Cats are playing. Gonna need more bolts on here. Gonna do this. And I think this is kind of in the zone in which the detail might add one little thing in here, but this is sort of I like how it's focused on this little area. The diminishing details here, although there's some little fine points in there, which is good. Let's unselect all this one. This might be a little too much because it's kind of taken away from that. So I'll probably simplify that. That's all good. Both these might be too much. So I could. We tweaked this. We fixed all of this stuff. Mostly what we did is the window, which we can bolt up to, which we want to talk about bolting up in here, which would be these bolts, but let's try it. The problem with those bolts are going to be let's see. How big are these bolts? Big. Dashboard. There you go. So we want to do that. Actually, this is the last thing we'll do. This is gonna for tonight. This is gonna be. Here. Then I want Oof, a little too much. Maybe I should need to create another bolt. Okay, that's not bad. Is that the right answer? It's hard to tell because the perspective of the view angle. Okay, let's do this. Why doesn't it repeat over here? Let's see why. Because it's this. Where's the bolt? It's not in that one, is it? It's supposed to be in that one. There you go. Now that might be sticking out too much, but boy, that is industrial looking. I might have to change that up. I might have to, let's do this. I'm going to make a new bolt. I'm going to shorten it. And I'm going to peek it out a little bit less. There you go. Now we can and I don't think this will fit exactly over here because it's different angle, but I'm gonna just see. Nope. I'm going to take this window bolt, I'm going to bring it over here. Come on. There you go. Cool. Okay. We are going to be finished for today for the stream. That's what's happening. That's what we're doing here. We're finishing up. Thank you. Thank you. And hopefully next time we'll get more in. Tomorrow probably we'll get in. Still got plenty of work to do. I'll jump in and work. I'm probably going to do something in the evening, maybe something different instead of in the afternoon. See what happens. It's the weekend. I'll see what kind of who might jump in and who might be able to see what I'm doing here and be interested. So yeah, that's it. We did a lot of bolts. We fixed up this window quite a bit. So now it's functioning as it should. We cleaned up all this stuff, so now it looks like it should. There's a little bit of messiness in there. I might fix that up. I might not care about it. Might not see it. It's all good. Cleaned a little bit of that. Clean this up. Oh, we need to get this over, repeat it over. Let's see, I got the bolts over here, so we should put that over there. Let's do that just now. And this is that center console. There. Okay. And there you go. Boop. There's the passenger side, driver side. There you go. Okay. And that will be it. Thank you very much. We'll see you later. See you tomorrow. Maybe Sunday, hopefully. I haven't worked out the schedule. It's just kind of impromptu, but I'm trying to do it as much as I can every day before I have to shoot next week. And then after next week, I'll adjust the schedule, and maybe I'll put up a schedule, try to do that, depending on what happens in the rest of the world. So here we go. That's it. Until tomorrow, thank you very much, and good night.